Boruto chapter 36 have finally been released, and as you guys seen by the title, Jigen actually pulled up on Naruto. Now there's a couple of things that I do have to address about this chapter. One of the biggest things being is the fact that there was a complete 180, and it's insane seeing how Twitter just completely flipped as well, but it was a 180 of Jigen possibly fighting Sasuke, and also now Jigen is going to be fighting Naruto. It's kind of funny, man, because just last month we seen a whole lot of fan art and a whole lot of even fan animation about Jigen fighting Sasuke, and we all thought that that was going to go down in another dimension. But now out of nowhere, with the flip of a switch, Jigen is going to be fighting Naruto in the next chapter, which was absolutely insane. Now before I do get into what exactly happened in this chapter, I do want to go on about what exactly happened in terms of what Sasuke and Jigen are up to. Now as of right now, we don't know anything. The way the manga is going and about the pace of the manga, it's going absolutely rapidly fast, and I think this is solely because the manga writers and the anime writers of Boruto understand that they absolutely need to start adapting the manga and the anime, so they are actually speeding up the pacing of the manga. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, but as of right now, in terms of Sasuke, we don't know what happened to him. We don't know if Jigen actually found out that Sasuke was there, if Jigen just completely disregarded Sasuke. Just out of nowhere, Jigen just pulls up in front of Naruto. They don't necessarily give us any backstory. If I were to guess, I think that Sasuke was just undetected by Jigen. Now I do want to say there is a very good possibility that Sasuke and Jigen did actually get into a little something, and they just did not show it to us. They may show it to us in the next chapter as a surprise. Possibly Jigen says, yo, I already killed your best friend Sasuke already, don't let me do that to you, and they show us the whole backstory and everything like that. But that is definitely a very good possibility. Now I hope that doesn't happen, mainly because I am a very big Sasuke fan. I feel like if Sasuke does go out, he definitely deserves a whole damn arc, so we can actually see Sasuke go out like a boss and not just a tiny flashback. But the thing that I feel like is going to be the most realistic is the fact that Jigen just left. In the last chapter 35, we've seen that Jigen understood that, hey, I have to go collect the vessel. He even said that out loud, so Sasuke knows exactly what's going on. Now into this actual chapter right here. Now in this chapter, we got to see Jigen appear right out of Kawaki's karma seal. I mean, like, Kawaki's arm just sank to the floor, and out of nowhere a black thing came out of Kawaki's karma seal, and Jigen just popped right out of there off some teleportation type of thing. Now here's the thing, Jigen came in very calm. He even told Naruto, like, hey, I don't want to start any problems. He even apologized to Naruto that he teleported directly into his living room without taking off his shoes. It's like Jigen was just so respectful of Naruto, but Naruto wasn't having it. Naruto said, hey, I wanted to meet you, but he rushed him right after that. But here's the big thing, Jigen was not playing with Naruto at all. Jigen kicked Naruto. Naruto fell out. He basically one-shot Naruto. Now, obviously, Naruto wasn't necessarily incapacitated. He didn't necessarily lose the fight, because Naruto just fell. But he also threw some chakra rods into Naruto, which basically demobilized him for a second. Naruto was stuck, and it seemed like it was nothing to Jigen. Like, this right here just felt godly. Now, here's the thing about Jigen. The chakra rods were first made famous by Six Paths to Pain. They had the ability to transfer signals between chakra rods. Now this chakra rods that we did see from Jigen, it seems like they absorbed the chakra from Naruto. Now I don't think that it was any significant amount of chakra that they did absorb from Naruto, mainly because Naruto's chakra reserves are out of this world. So I think that Naruto is going to be good. The least that Naruto is right now, he's probably going to be 95%, but we do have to put that into perspective when Naruto does eventually fight Jigen all out. Now here's the thing, what surprised me a lot is that these Kata organization members, they know who Naruto is, and they just don't care about Naruto. Now I think that in terms of Delta, it was a little bit of irrational confidence, mainly because Delta felt that she had the backup of going into her other bodies if that fight went left. And of course it went left. Delta ended up dying, and she got to transfer her soul into another body. But I think in this case with Jigen, it's not irrational confidence. I don't think that Jigen has another body to go into. I think that Jigen just knows that he's stronger than Naruto. It's like when he finished just one-shotting Naruto, threw some chakra rods into him, he basically turned his full attention into Kawaki. It's like Naruto wasn't even a threat at that point. I think he kind of underestimated that Naruto was going to be able to get up out those chakra rods, but he turned his full attention to Kawaki. Now the back and forth with Kawaki and Jigen, it was very interesting for a couple of reasons. The first thing being is the fact that Jigen and Kawaki, off the rip, they were arguing. We all understand that Kawaki doesn't necessarily like Jigen, but now here's how it went. Jigen automatically understood that there was nothing that Kawaki could do to basically stop him. Now Kawaki automatically tried to charge Jigen. Now when he tried to charge Jigen, he had the Karma Seal out. Obviously without the Karma Seal, Kawaki stands no chance against Jigen. Even with the Karma Seal, he stands no chance against Jigen. So he activates his Karma Seal, he charges Jigen. Now Jigen actually tries to finesse Kawaki because at this point it's very clear that Kawaki would rather stay with Naruto than stay with Jigen. He was kind of surprised that Kawaki did not actually want the Karma Seal, but now here's the thing. He tried to add some doubt into Kawaki's mind of if Naruto really wanted his best interest. This is a topic for another video. I personally think that Jigen is probably going to help Kawaki more in the long run than Naruto ever can. But continuing on with this video topic, he even went as far as to say that Naruto was actually keeping tabs on Kawaki and basically treating him like he was pretty much a cargo, just like how Jigen treats him. And he also said that the arm could possibly be some sort of surveillance where he can actually control Kawaki just from the arm. Now Kawaki automatically did not buy it, mainly because he understands the type of person that Naruto is. He understands that Naruto is very genuine in what he actually does to actually help out Kawaki. Then after that, Jigen actually started bad mouthing Naruto. I don't necessarily think it was anything too crazy. Jigen basically said like, hey, Naruto is naive, Naruto is an idiot, all he cares about is peace and he's just way obsessed with peace. Now here's what really got me surprised, and it's the fact that Kawaki got extremely mad when he seen that Jigen was bad mouthing the 7th Hokage. Now this is something that really surprised me. One, mainly because we understand that Kawaki now has the respect of Naruto to understand that you're not supposed to badmouth the 7th Hokage, but also the fact that Kawaki actually feels that he is personally connected to Naruto, therefore anybody who badmouths Naruto basically affects Kawaki in turn. Now after this, we see the second stage of the Karma Seal. Now the second stage of the Karma Seal has the horn. We've seen this in chapter 35 where Jigen also had the horn, Kawaki had the same thing. Now this basically puts a wrench to the idea that Jigen is probably an Otsutsuki member, and I'll eat that. I kind of thought that Jigen was an Otsutsuki member. I took that idea and I ran with it, but it seems that this Jinchuriki or Otsutsuki type of state comes directly from the Karma Seal, which was a surprise to me. Now it seems that the second stage of the Karma Seal was not something familiar to Kawaki, mainly because as soon as Jigen seen that, he basically asked Kawaki, when did you learn the ability to do this? Now as I said, this basically goes into Kawaki's respect for Naruto, mainly because he was absolutely bloodlusted after Jigen started bad-mouthing Naruto. The first words out of Kawaki's mouth when he did enter the second stage of the Karma Seal was basically a defense towards Naruto, like, hey, don't speak about the 7th Hokage like that. And I think this right here goes a long way. We see that Kawaki is now emotionally invested into Naruto. How Kawaki is going to eventually turn on Naruto is going to be a surprise to me, but nevertheless, Kawaki now wills the second state of the Karma Seal, which is absolutely insane. Of course, we won't know if Kawaki is going to be able to enter the second state of the Karma Seal at will until he eventually trains with Boruto or Naruto, or possibly even when he gets abducted by Jigen, which I hope won't happen. But after that, Naruto gets up, he pretty much kicks Jigen, he blindsides Jigen, and of course Jigen falls back. After that, Jigen understood that Naruto wasn't going to necessarily leave Jigen alone with Kawaki and let Kawaki basically go with Jigen. So now Jigen is prepared to fight. Now Jigen understands that he's going to eventually have to fight Naruto. Now here's the thing, Naruto's in Sage of 6 Path mode. We understand that Jigen is able to wield the second state of the Karma Seal, but as of right now, he's in the first stage of the Karma Seal. What this tells me is that Jigen is probably going to enter the fight feeling out Naruto, seeing how strong he is. Of course, as we know, as I spoke about earlier, Jigen automatically knows who Naruto is, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't necessarily know the extent of how strong Naruto truly is. So I feel like it's not going to necessarily be all 100% in the next chapter. I feel like there's going to be a whole lot of things being thrown into it, and I do expect this Naruto versus Jigen thing to last probably 2 chapters long. Now here's the thing, this will not be a 1v1 battle, and of course Naruto is probably going to be a little bit short-sighted, mainly because he is fighting directly in his living room. Now when he was fighting against Delta, he didn't necessarily go all out because he was fighting in his backyard. This right here is literally in his living room. But the thing about it is I think that Jigen is a little bit more respectful of the fact that he's actually in Naruto's living room. When he entered Naruto's living room, he basically said, I apologize that I'm in here with my shoes on. So I personally feel like they're going to eventually end up fighting in another dimension. One thing that I do think is a very real possibility is that Sasuke shows up. Obviously he's in the other Otsutsuki member dimension with the 10 tails. I personally feel like it's very plausible for Sasuke to show up at Naruto's house and basically get Naruto and Kawaki up out of here. Of course, Jigen is going to eventually follow them, and of course they can fight in that different dimension, but as of right now, Naruto and Jigen are not going to go all out. And as I said, I think that Jigen is also respectful of the fact that they are actually at Naruto's house, even though he got completely blindsided by Naruto. Now what gets me scared scared is the fact that base Naruto and base Jigen, it seems that Jigen is way stronger. Now this doesn't necessarily mean much, mainly because the Sage of Six Paths boost probably is more than the Karma Seal boost. We don't necessarily have any way of knowing that for sure yet, but the fact that Naruto looked like he didn't stand a chance against base Jigen definitely gets me scared. Now if you were to ask me, I think that Naruto versus Jigen just one-on-one, if they were shooting a fair one, I think that Jigen's probably going to watch Naruto. But 9 times out of 10 in the next chapter, it won't be a fair one. It won't be a 1v1. Kawaki is going to be on Naruto's side. We know that Sasuke is probably going to be out there lurking, probably going to be with Naruto eventually, even sometime throughout the fight, and possibly even way before the fight. And not only that, we see Sarada on her way, even though Sarada, Kawaki, Boruto, and also Mitsuki, they're going to be there, but they won't necessarily be that big of a help, mainly because they're just not on that level yet. I think that Sakura's going to eventually be there. Ino probably going to be there, even though she's a little bit starstruck because of the chakra that she did feel from Jigen early on in the chapter that I didn't necessarily talk about in this video. But I think the help and the assistance of Sasuke and the tiny bit of help from the Genin, they're definitely going to help Naruto out. As I said, Naruto versus Jigen, in my opinion, you guys might have a different opinion because of course Naruto is a lot of you guys' favorite character, but Naruto, in my opinion, is just not as strong as Jigen as of right now, especially second stage Jigen, mainly because he looks like a different animal. But one thing that I'm pretty sure we can all agree on is the fact that this chapter was absolute flame. I definitely did love this chapter. Again, it was a complete 180 from what we thought about last chapter, where we thought Jigen was going to eventually fight Sasuke. It seems that complete flip around of the whole storyline. He's going to eventually fight Naruto. Now it's confirmed that he's going to fight Naruto in the next chapter, and hopefully we do get to see some very special animation and very special plot lines and storylines in the next chapter. Now I do know what you guys think about this chapter in the comment section below. Do you guys think that Naruto can be stronger than Jigen? And not only that, do you guys think that Naruto is possibly going to go to a different dimension and not have to fight Jigen in his own house? Let me know what you guys think. But it's been your boy Baara B, and we out.
Check my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual, no high cholesterol. Where's Jenny Craig? Bitch, just get sexual.